Now, let's get back down to earth and something a little more affordable. Here we have the follow-up to the Alliance sedans introduced last model year. As everybody knows by now, the Alliance was the first offspring of the marriage between France's Renault and then Wallflower American Motors Corporation. The Alliance was the make or break product for AMC, and so far it's been more make than break, since the Alliance has been a sure winner, with some 150,000 sales under its belted radials. The Alliance is also one of the most trouble-free domestic new cars ever. So what did AMC do for an Encore? They came up with the Encore, adding both 2- and 4-door hatchbacks to the fresh AMC front drive lineup. Well, does this new car warrant the standing ovation paid the Alliance? Well, we should all know by the time the credits roll. Picture one trim, conventional-looking Alliance sedan, lop off the trunk, add a huge bubble-back hatch, and then produce it in Wisconsin on one of the most modern assembly lines anywhere, and you've got the AMC Renault Encore. AMC would like us to believe that the Encore is unique. The truth is, it shares almost all chassis, drivetrain, and interior components with its less truncated brother. With a very high level of fit and finish, the base Encore is available only as a 2-door hatch, as is the sporty GS version. A 4-door model is added with the upmarket Custom L and Deluxe LS trims. The bulbous hatch, reminiscent of the ill-fated Pacer, results in 21% more normal luggage space than the Alliance, with an obvious advantage for bulky cargo. Encore power, what there is of it, also matches the Alliance with a French-made 1.4-liter fuel-injected 4-cylinder rated at a very modest 55 horsepower and 75 pounds of torque. Front drive transaxles include a 4- and 5-speed manual and a 3-gear automatic. Service accessibility is among the best we've seen on any transverse layout. The interior is bright, comfortable, and seems much larger than it should be, partly because the Encore's 98-inch wheelbase is longer than most subcompact competitors. That feeling is enhanced by Renault's unique pedestal-mounted front bucket seats. They pivot for proper position and allow extra underseat footroom for rear occupants. Encore prices begin at a low $5,755 for the base 2-door, actually $200 less than the similar Alliance. This top-of-the-line LS 4-door begins at $7,200. With most popular options, it should cost around $9 grand. Despite small rear doors, egress is about average for a subcompact. Even with 5-passenger billing, 3 adults sitting in the rear will get to know each other extremely well very quickly. However, the 60/40 fold-down seatbacks will always allow you to carry one type of old bag or another. Our Encore had 2 unusual door lock features. When the child safety lock is activated, the rear doors can only be opened from outside. And Renault's laser key allows you to unlock the Encore even with your hands full. Point the small fob at the passenger compartment and presto! Door indicators let you know if it's locked or not. An infinite number of laser calibration means each laser key is unique. MotorWeek ran acceleration tests on both a 5-speed and an automatic powertrain, and to no one's surprise, the Encore is anything but fast. The manual's 15.1 second time from 0 to 60 is just barely average for all cars, and the automatic's 20-second stroll was more akin to a diesel. The automatic shifts well and is one of the best we've seen on any small front drive car. But 500-foot on-ramp runs of 11 seconds at 46 were still well behind the slowish 10.1 second 50-mile-per-hour results of the 5-speed. You need all the gears and efficiency you can get with most small engines, and the Encore is no exception. But even with a 5-speed, 6.9 seconds to pass from 40 to 55 is just too slow. And an eternal 8.8 seconds for the automatic is plainly unacceptable. More power would match the rest of the Encore's competent performance. While handling does include substantial amounts of French-inspired roly-poly body lean, the 4-wheel independent suspension keeps the car well under control. The rack and pinion steering is reasonably quick and quite precise. We rate an average of 43 miles per hour through our slow-speed slalom as good for any car. Against its competitors, the Encore handles about average for a domestic-made subcompact and substantially better than many of its Oriental rivals. For parking lot agility, you'll also have a hard time topping the Encore. A tight turning diameter of 33 feet is unusually good for any front-wheel drive car. Owners should also give some good mileage reviews to the Encore. The 5-speed manual is rated at 34 city and 48 highway. The automatic, 28 and 37. Over our 100-mile test loop, the manual managed a good 37 miles per gallon, and the automatic, an even more surprising 33. Overall, the AMC Renault Encore seems every bit as fine a design as its mentor, the Alliance. We still want more power, and a new French-made 2.2-liter might be available in the near future. But for all the other usual needs of a typical American family, the Encore is destined to be yet another suburban hit. And we'll see you next week on Motor Week.